I'm back to talk about my fourth pair of episodes and my Buffy the Vampire Slayer Angel first watch, and that is Buffy episode 4 from season 4, Fear Itself, and Angel season 1, episode 4, I Fall to Pieces. So let's get to it. One thing about me, I love a Halloween episode, okay? I love a Halloween episode, and this genre is perfect for a Halloween episode. And I like what they did in this one, which was manifesting their individual fears, having them play out and separate them from the group. Really cool concept. And it was quite scary. Like, this one was scarier than the first Halloween episode I remember them doing, which was a bit sillier in tone. This was definitely more like, oh, like what's going to happen? It felt more adult, which is on par for what the show is becoming. Um, Oz at the top of the episode being worried about Willow going to the dark side with her witchcraft was like, yeah, definitely a sign that we should all look out for that, because there's been a couple of instances in the show where you're like, Willow, like maybe let's not go down that path. And she's so far had self control, but I do worry when that may tip over someday. I feel like we're not done with that. Like, there's gonna come a time where she does the wrong thing, in my opinion. I think they're probably gonna go there with it. So we will see. Um, Giles in a sombrero. I forgot about the cultural appropriation of the late 90s and the early 2000s. It's on TV a lot. This is not the first time I've seen that. He is Pookie Bear, but that would not fly in today's world. Looking at it for what it is, a sign of the times. I don't like the Anya Xander stuff at all. At all. I kind of want him and them to just. I don't like it. That's it. I just don't like it. Oz would, of course, set off the blood sigil, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense for him. I do love how confident and secure Willow is, though. You know, in her boyfriend, her studies, her social life. I like this confidence. But in the house, jumping forward a little bit, everything coming to life, absolute foul. Absolute foul. Like, I have this whole, like, thing written down in little brief notes. You know, Xander becoming invisible, Oz turning, you know, like they all have these fears that are manifesting. Again, I thought it was really well done. I liked them all being contained to one location, though, even though they were separated. Again, I find that really interesting. And what did I say in here? Oh, the demon being tiny. That was funny. It was a nice little bit of relief at the end with something kind of, it was kind of an emotionally heavy episode, and then it's funny at the end. They're like, LOL, the demon is like this big. So great episode. Okay, so Angel episode 4, I Fall to Pieces. I have the first note being, in quotes, maybe I'm a little attracted, which was Doyle to Angel. Period. I hope Doyle is like maybe insinuated to maybe not be 100% straight. I would like that. I would make me like that character a little more. So, anyways, I'm partial to queer-coded characters. So, yeah, even though he's obviously obsessed with Cordelia, which, as he should, she's beautiful. If I was a man who was attracted to women and I saw Cordelia, I would also be acting a fool. So, it makes sense. Yeah, I said this toxic, abusive one-date guy is so creepy and crazy, like this neurosurgeon. I thought it was going to be like he implanted something in her during the surgery. I was not expecting the floating eyeball to detach from his head and like float around CGI style. That was definitely not what I was expecting. This episode really was feeling like Criminal Minds meets Buffy. Like the crawling dismembered hand, Adam's family core, like very vile. Like vile, but then at the same time, like the effects are so corny that I was also laughing. Like every time the eyeball would float around, I would just burst into laughter. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? um, and the note I have here in all caps is the teeth coming out to chomp him. Objectively funny. I know it's not supposed to be funny, but I was laughing. Unfortunately, this was an episode that was like equal parts gross and serious, and equal parts this is so silly goofy, which, hey, that's the genre, right? So I enjoyed it. Maybe not as much as the Halloween episode of Buffy, but it was a good kind of like filler episode. So far, so good on the simultaneous watch. I'm only like 2 sets of episodes ahead of what I'm recording for this video, so pretty soon I'm going to catch up and hopefully get to watch a few more and keep this train moving.